There was a drug addict white guy by the name of Austin that was always chasing the next high. He would rob, steal, and cheat to get that powder. He was so down bad to get that powder, he would sell his mouth and his butt. He was going to get high by any means. One day I seen him standing by this dude's cell that was known to sell that powder. Now me being new in this cell, I was just peeping the scene, seeing who was who and what was what. So over time, I came to realize that white boy Austin was tricking for that powder. I also found out that the pusher in our pod was a homo thug. You see, Austin wasn't getting no paper on his books. So he had to pay one way, and I guess he wanted to get that powder in exchange for his manhood. Now I see him standing there at the homo thug cell. White boy Austin was there, and then he was gone. I'm like, dang, he done dipped off in his cell so fast. And then I seen the white sheet go up. And I'm like, oh, okay. There was a black dude by the name of Bernard, and he was Muslim. Not only that he was Muslim, but he was very violent and very nonsense. He ran down on dudes that was practicing homosexuality and pushing that powder. He figured that he was going to be Allah, hand of justice. The problem with that, y'all, I tell y'all all the time, I can't tell another man how to program. But Bernard, the Muslim, I guess he said he gonna tell another man how to program. So when Bernard, the Muslim, seen that white sheet go up, he went to go get a couple of his fellow brothers to back him up. So it was Bernard and 3 other brothers. When they got to the cell, Bernard snatched the sheet down. The homo thug was like, hey, bro. Hey, bro, what you doing, bro? Bernard was like, hey, yo, get up off that cell, man. We ain't playing that. We ain't doing that up in this pod. Come on off that cell, bro. The homo thug was like, man, he ain't going nowhere, man. Hey, man, y'all can't come in here doing that, man. Wait, this is a violation, man. Y'all violating me, bro. Y'all violating me. The Muslim dude was like, hey, come on up out that cell, white boy. We ain't playing that homo stuff up in here. Get up out that cell. Bernard was like, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all gonna have to kill me. Y'all gonna have to kill me. He ain't going nowhere. How y'all gonna come down? How y'all gonna come down here? Get in my business, man. This is my business. This is my business. He my business, man. Y'all can't do that, man. The Muslims was like, we ain't gonna say it again. Come up out that cell. White boy, get up out this cell now. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. The homo thug was about his business, too. And he was violent, and he was aggressive, too. So the homo thug pulled out that ice pick and was like, if y'all want the white boy, come in here and get him. Come in here and get him. Come get him. If y'all want him, come get him. Y'all want to get in my business? Y'all going to get in my business, man? That's what y'all doing, man? Y'all going to get in my business, man? Trying to mess up how I program up in here? Man, that, man. Come up in here, man. Come up here. I want y'all to come up in here. He had the grip, y'all. He was like, come on up in here, man. Y'all want to come up in here and try to mess up what I got going on? Man, y'all got me effed up. Now, remember, y'all, I couldn't see exactly what was going on down there. But what I could see, the Muslims start piling inside the cell. What I can only guess, the blade was being pushed on both sides. The homo thug was pushing that blade, and the Muslims was pushing that blade. What I could hear was a whole bunch of bumping and grunting. About 20 seconds of this melee going on, the Muslims end up taking off out of the cell. I mean, it was like instantly. I'm like, man, what the heck going on down there? Man, what the heck? Now, for you felons out there, like, man, Dante, why was you all looking down there in the cell? First of all, I was on the second tier looking down. I wasn't all like this, what's going on. I was just on the tier just casually looking, seeing what was popping off. Now, what had happened, y'all, when the Muslims started piling in there and they started poking at each other with the poker, the homo thug ended up running to a water bottle. And what was in that water bottle? The Glock dookie. You talking about feces, pee, and all type of stuff marinating in the bottle. So when they was getting on him, he hurried up and grabbed that Glock dookie and was like, boom, boom, boom. That's what made all the Muslims run up out the cell. The most sinister smell took over the whole pod. I'm talking about the whole pod was blown out. It smelled so bad. I'm up there like, Oh, man. Oh, man. The Muslim dude had to get up out of there, man, because a lot of them dudes were scratched and poked, and they didn't want none of that stuff getting into their body, infecting their skin. They don't know what this man got running in his blood, man. The officers that was in the control booth ended up getting on the walkie-talkies and calling that code, asking for backup. After the officers took back control of the situation, a lot of the Muslim brothers ended up going to the hole. And the Homo drug-pushing thug ended up catching all type of institutional charges, resulting in him getting 2 years in the box and 5 more years added to his sentence. White boy Austin had that pressure applied to him by the Muslims. They told him if he didn't testify on the Homo thug, that it was going to be lights out for him. But the white boy, knowing prison politics, knew that he couldn't do that, because then he was going to be no good. He would have been labeled as a snitch. So he checked in and got shipped off to another prison. White boy Austin will go on to another prison, y'all, and he got a hold of some bad powder. And well, he ended up going to the upper room, or maybe down there, in the result of ODing. When the guards came into his cell, they seen him stretched out, eyes rolling in the back of his head, and his tongue laying out to the side and foam coming out of his mouth. The whole point of this video is to let you teens know and you young adults to say no to drugs. Say no to crime and stay free.
The Dante Show. The Dante Show. The Dante Show.